Hello, and welcome to a very calm Crusader Kings. I often forget to assign plots. Sway and seduction are both very useful, so I should be using one of them all the time. Marriage acceptance is highly affected by opinion, so I'm going to try and get the strongest of my fellow Muslim rulers to like me a lot, though I don't know exactly who that is just yet. And if there's no good choices, I might just start seducing people to get better courtiers. I can start seducing people for traits, and maybe get them married to people with good traits. Meanwhile, we're participating in the crusade for Syria over here. We have a small army out here. Just sieging its way across the crusade participants as our larger army goes to join the defense of Syria. They slightly outnumber us. Excellent. I'm healthy again. That's good news. Have I gone on the Hajj? I have not. But I have so much piety. Maybe I just won't. So, among my children here, let's see. I need to pick what culture I'm going to educate this son to be. And that's an important decision because that's kind of calling my shots for expansion. So, Bulgaria is looking like a good target. I think that's a good choice. We'll use my tentatively. We'll use my kingdom holy war on Bulgaria. And that means that I should teach my son to at least be Slavic. Or the other option would be Thessalonica, which might be a good way to stick it to the Byzantines one last time. Although I'm not sure I'm actually stronger than they are right now. I have a huge number of alliances, but that doesn't mean that they can all join me in the war. A lot of them are my vassals. So, am I within holy war range of Aquitaine? Not yet. But I could start off taking just Provence and then holy warring for Aquitaine, put my son in Provence and teach him to be Occitan. If I have a way to get any Occitan rulers. Let's see. Marry now. Oh, my half-sister. Okay. Nope. I can't. She'll marry someone for traits, I think. Someone not of my dynasty. Like this guy. He's Herculean. That's great. She can also marry someone for traits. Because no one is actually accepting alliances with me right now. Speaking of which, I should start swaying him, so that I can try and get an alliance with the Caliph. With my son there as well. So I'm not that far from ruling Croatia, or having enough of Croatia to form the kingdom. Two duchy tier holy wars will do it. So maybe I should teach this son to be Croatian. And what would he would like a stewardship education if possible, barring that a learning education. Not great options for either. There you go, convert culture, good enough. Let's try. Now I have scholarly circles. So that gives a pretty solid bonus to learning. Can accelerate how quickly we learn planary assemblies. Gonna send this army home. This war's almost over here. May you grow strong and wise, my daughter. And I'm going to also educate... Oh? This grandson died. Okay, well, let's start educating this one. Oh, a stewardship education. That's nice. We'll disband this army too. see, Bosnia, 1, 2, 3, or Croatia, 1, looks like it's also 3. Oh, Croatia's 4. Ah, the infidels have tasted the wrath of Allah. Excellent. Go. So as far as I'm pretty sure I have a long time to set up my grandsons, because I already have hold of body. But since I don't really need much more theology, I'm going to switch to medicine focus. I'm also not putting any effort into development at all. And when I can afford it, I'm just going to pop a city here, not another temple. Since we know where his army is, we'll just leave my levies behind to siege and go fight. Looks like they're going after my levies, though. We got these guys coming in by boat. I think they're all returning from the Crusades. They seem to be starved. One thing I'm looking forward to is using my invasion CB to go after a kingdom that's far away. And then I'll use my kingdom scale holy war and set up my grandson to rule a kingdom that is very far, that is even further away. And I suppose it would have to be adjacent to whichever kingdom I invade. So, for example, I could set him up to rule Ghana and move my game down to Ghana. That would be interesting. We're gonna try and beat the army. come it says I have no men-at-arms? Patriarch Frosten of Sawdanid occupies a throne that should be yours. Oh, that's interesting. There we go. My men-at-arms showed up eventually. See, I think the momentum that we currently have going for us in the Italian peninsula here is probably enough for me to pass it off to the AI and for me to try and focus somewhere else, which I will do by landing my grandson somewhere far away. I'll have one more lifetime here as my current son, right here. I'll have one more lifetime as him to continue the work in Sicily and Italy. Are any of my wives currently pregnant, I wonder? Yes, one is. But I think I'm ready to embrace celibacy. I have lots of children. Part of the reason for that is if I am poised to inherit one more kingdom, it will end up being inherited by my firstborn, which means if that last one to inherit is Romagna, well, that's pretty good. It'll keep all of this land together on succession. Let me have a look to help translate that. Oh, that worked out well for us, didn't it? Okay, we're gonna now split up the levies for sieging. Oops. Now that we've cracked their army, we can start the carpet siege. Well, I'll need to take 2 more kingdoms now for it to all go to for me to keep both Romagna and Sicily through the inheritance. That's okay. I really don't know where I'd like to go next. I'm tempted to either go to the steppes or down to Africa. Oh, we caught the Croatian commander out. Maybe we'll capture him. Nope. But it was worth a good amount of war score. They conquered some of my armies out, unfortunately. would have known. Give a few lessons to my steward. I am trying to make the Caliph like me. I don't think any of these suit him very well. So we'll just talk about how great Allah is. We'll just ransom all those people. But he has a certain charm. Come back and start getting, oh good, let's go for a run. Ah, darn. I didn't get athletic. Build a city here, because I don't need the piety from building a temple. And my holdings are pretty much all filled up, so I think he enjoys subterfuge and intrigue. I think that would appeal to the cynical side of him. Ah, it didn't work. So for the time being, I'm educating this young child, and he can have, for the time being, the barony that I just built. There you are, little one. Do I have any more people I can ransom? There we go. Oh! I have lots of children who need educators. Okay. She needs to be taught by a master of intrigue. There you go. I did assign this one a teacher, didn't I? He's 9, and he's my son. I don't see him down here. Am I just going crazy? Oh, that's because they're his family. Okay, so he's the one who's supposed to be being educated to be Croatian. There. So, that poor fella must have died who was teaching him before. I would rather that my son is temperate than just. It's a little bit more flexible in how you end up playing. I wonder if he'll move to live with us. Because I don't actually know if he will or not. So let's find out. Or if she'll go to live with him. No, he still comes to live with me. That's excellent. I've always been using matrilineal marriages, but I don't actually need to. That's interesting. Learn something new all the time. This guy can marry whoever has the best learning. Split them in half. Oh. Let's go fight and then split up again. Maybe not, maybe we'll try and intercept them. People I can ransom. That's good. Let's have her marry someone for traits. Someone who is already intelligent. And someone who's Maghrebi. That might be useful for us. Grow up fast. This war is taking a really long time. How long has it been going on? 4 years. Wow. Okay, let's finish taking this. I'm worried about living long enough. If all these wars take this long, well, that's a long time. He does have quite the network of allies, I guess. I will decline. My culture does have siege weapons. Maybe I should get rid of my camels for siege weapons. Oh. Well, that's too bad. I have a hunch I know who was behind it. He looks a little suspicious in all this. Who's this guy? He has the chiefdom of Angiano? Sure. Okay with that. Maybe I should educate this son to be Sardinian. Might be too late. Look at him. We'll still put him in the same place. This son, who is learning to be Croatian. There. He'll marry someone for traits. There you are, son. Now, to get him land, we just need to win a war against these fellas. To get him his kingdom. There we go. And we know where that army went. It's somewhere over here. So, we'll march right over here. We're still nice and close. We'll see them coming. All my many children are going to parties. It's a good time for them. Okay, and my youngest will be educated in how to be Sardinian. Because he's going to end up inheriting that. My Alama is a particularly incompetent one. So, let's change that. Step back. This is my patient. I saved a life today. So, here we go. Here's my half-brother and vassal. There you go, half-brother and vassal. I could try and set myself up far across Khazaria. What's the capital of Mordvinia like? Right there. That's fine. It's not amazing. Ah! I shouldn't have looked away. Oh nice, he's going to be exceptionally virtuous. He will live a very stressed life, but he will be very good. We're just gonna keep people grouped up, I guess, on the capital. No, I'm gonna get a full carpet siege going on here. I'm tired of these wars taking so long. There we go. 2,000 there. Sure. It looks like they're moving in that direction to group up with the army that has retreated. So let's spread this one out further this way. Oh, they're gonna attack there, huh? What do we have happening here? A peasant rabble. Okay, that's not too much to worry about. Oh, learn on the job. That's a really good one. There, we won. Okay, and now for my future son, let's grant who will be ruling all of these places. We'll grant this one to... Here we are. Here is my Ferris with very high diplomacy. Over here. No, not a ruler. This guy. I can give him land, huh? He's in my realm somewhere? Huh. Okay. I'm okay with the fact that he's Orthodox. There. Over here. The highest possible marshal. This guy. Very good. And over here, the highest possible spy. First we will demand his conversion. There. So now that son is very well set up to rule the Kingdom of Croatia. Which he will get on my death. Don't know how he went into debt already, but somehow he has. Oh well. What are you gonna do? And he's going to get the Kingdom of Serbia. He'll end up with a very weak and divided Sardinia. Now it's time to set up my grandson somewhere. I don't want to land him anywhere tribal. So we could, for example, invade Egypt. After taking Egypt, go down and take Makuria. We could invade Aquitaine, then take West Francia. We could take Anatolia. That seems like I'd be going someplace even safer than where I am, though. I want to go someplace more adventurous. Huh. Lotharinga, huh? I could go for Lotharinga. That might be fun. What's the most distant place I can reach that is kingdom tier or higher? Or I could... They're too far away, okay. What about the Emirate of Canarias? No. Okay. Looks like they recently shrunk a bit. Okay, so if I decide I want to go to Africa, Idrisid would have to be my first conquest. But Africa doesn't look like it would have many threats to me. I would immediately try and defeat Ghana, which would actually be very difficult. But that's how I would try and start. So I want something a bit more exciting than that. So I guess maybe traveling east. Look at the size of this khanate over here. Looks like the steppes would be an exciting place to be. So the first thing for that would be to set myself up I suppose in Khazaria somewhere. And since I have political contact with Khazaria, if I go to invade kingdom, can I pick any of its kingdoms? I don't think it needs to be coastal. Tough decisions, tough decisions. Because I gave my grandson a feudal barony, I can't give him anything that's tribal. He'll take it as someone who is... He'll maintain his feudal government, and it just won't be very good. So... So I could just try and get a foothold further east for my family, maybe. And I could use my kingdom scale holy war for something else, like Bulgaria or Wallachia or Hungary. But I can still use my invasion up here, and then set my son up in Georgia, or I suppose Pontus would be an option. Sorry, I mean my grandson for these ones. If I really want to take as much as possible and become feudal and stick in places that are feudal, I should probably try and go up to West Franconia. We'll invade Aquitaine. No, even better, we'll start off by taking Abkhazia. And then we'll use the Kingdom Scale Holy War on Khazaria to take Caucasus. And then I'll set up my grandson to be the ruler of Caucasus, but he'll be based out of Georgia. Specifically out of Abkhazia, because it's already feudal. That'll be the plan. And then if I'm still alive, I'll use my invasion CB on somewhere exotic and Catholic like West Francia that I technically can do, and I'll set up a different family member to rule all the way over there. Maybe even Lotharinga. After all, it has a Christian holy site in it, so we can deny the Christians that. How come she won't accept it? Is she already married? Oh, he's too far away to interact with. Well, there goes that plan. Unless I start with the invasion of Khazaria. And just do it in the opposite order. That seems like a good idea to me. How long till these rebels do their thing? 4 months. Okay, it's not too long. I can wait 4 months. Oh, you know what I should do. Don't know if I'll live long enough to pull it off, but I don't want Woo Worthy, I want the Marry Now option. Can he find someone who is Cisalpine? Darn. Okay, well, even if I can't, taking Venice and giving it to one of my sons will result in a nice clean succession. And I can be nice and happy about it. Never a peasant's lot is to serve their lord. He won't marry her because somehow she became a mayor. Okay. Well then, just break the betrothal. Let me have a look. I can teach him to be gregarious or lustful. Just people get a lot of stress from using the seduction scheme. So he can be gregarious. I'll just call a hunt here to get myself back down in stress. Disband my army. And it's now time to start our big plan. But to make it a little bit easier for us, Let's just find people who aren't married. Alliance power. The Sheikdom of Jerusalem. He's currently at war. I don't want to get pulled into that. This guy will get us. The Sheikdom. Or the Assaid Emirate. That's the same one. Their fellow dynasts. The Emirate of Fazan. He's also at war. I don't want to get sucked into it. The Emirate of Aragon. He's not at war right now. There we go. The Sheikdom of Aziz. Sounds good. Who's this guy? The Sheik of Zaragoza. Sure. We're related somehow, huh? That's too bad. Okay, time to invade Caucasus. And we will now call all our allies to war. And my house members to war. Switch to swaying his opinion. Yeah, what's this daughter want to learn about? Learning, okay. My wife will teach you. And what does this daughter want to learn about? Stewardship. That courtier there will teach you. Excellent, excellent. And now, just hop on over. We'll convert everyone we can. So we're starting off all the way down here because this place will have just a far better supply cap. New learning lifestyle, sanctioned loopholes. Unlikely to make use of that one very much. A nice little break, very good. We split them in half. Another child of my dynasty. Excellent. What did you just call my sister, you womanizer? The nice thing about calling all these allies to join me is that a lot of them have siege equipment. A white peace? I don't think so, man. You don't stand a chance. We outnumber you 5 to 1. No? The Khazarian army has revealed itself. Looks like the Georgian culture is slowly disappearing. Once I'm playing as my grandson, I think, who will hopefully be based out of Abkhazia down here. It's a pretty good duchy, really. then I'm just looking for another target to siege right there. Uh-oh, looks like we're losing a fight to some peasants down there. This army can just walk on over. And we'll just make sure that they have a commander. We're still gonna finish planetary assemblies before we do anything else. Very good, son. I'm glad you've come of age. Oh, looks like my sieging army won somehow after all. So these guys can go up there, start sieging that. So everything which is impossible to read. Let's get rid of that stress. I want to live forever. Oh wow, my grandson's Midas touched. That's great. There we are. Now we're also scholars. If he doesn't ever engage our army, he'll never win. There's lots of people I can ransom, so we will. incredible work it can. Everyone, retreat. There we go. We won. Ah, yes, and with the invasion CB, everything that you have occupied, you get. Including stuff outside of the Dishur area. I forgot about that. But that works out really nicely for giving my grandson land, because I can give him these two places that are both part of Abkhazia. So, let's start off with that. Here you go, grandson. There. As for what to do with all of these places, let's just see. Grant 2. There we go. An amazing marshal. Grant 2. There, let's just demand his conversion. Over here, we will grant 2. An amazing web weaver right here. Him. Have I given away any of Azov yet? Yes, I have. Okay. That's alright. We'll give away these 2 in Caucasus to the best steward possible. This fella here, this happy Bulgarian. Shall demand his conversion. Also demand this guy's conversion. Some of the local Khazars. And these other ones we will give to just people who are good knights. We'll load up my knight search. 1 filter. There we go. Oh, am I still searching by prowess? Yeah. Okay, so here's 1. Oh, I like this guy. He's married, matrilineally married, to a family member. It's great for us. Now we just have this one here. Go to him. There. There we go. I think that's a good place to stop for the day. So, be good to get my grandson a little bit more land all the way over here. But with one war, we can take the rest of Abkhazia. I don't really want him to end up as the king of Caucasus. But it wouldn't be so bad. And he's still young enough that I could arrange to have him educated by a Khazar. Or maybe we can find someone of the Alan culture. Now that I have territory over here that... Hey, yeah, look, here's some right now. So what does this son want to be? He wants to be a diplomat. Okay. Although, no, I'm not going to give it to him. I'm going to form the Kingdom of Caucasus myself. I'm going to actually give it to my grandson. I think that's a good plan. But first, he needs to be strong enough to defend it. I'll set up my son. I'll just try and conquer Venice and give it to him. Well, thank you all for watching. My name is Mind Moose, and have a good night.